Welcome into OutKick the Show. I am your fearless leader, Clay Travis. Happy Thursday, wherever you may be across this great country or this great land. Golf clap for all of you. This is a day that the Corona Bros told you would never actually arrive. They told you the NFL couldn't play. They told you major college football couldn't play. We're going to get to a lot of that, but I just want to point out the ACC is starting college football season today. Miami is playing tonight. I feel like that's totally been overshadowed. The U, however you want to do it, the U is back, baby. I didn't do a very good job. The U is playing tonight, and the ACC is back. The Texans are playing on the road against the Chiefs. I believe both games will have fans. Something that the Corona Bros told you would never happen. In fact, fact check for me right now, if you would. Will someone confirm that the Miami Hurricanes are going to have fans present for tonight's game against, I think it's UAB, if I'm not mistaken? Someone confirm that there are going to be fans present there. I know the Kansas City Chiefs are going to have games present. But major college football, Big Five conference, going to play tonight with fans, I believe, present at both places. And this is a massive win. Massive win for everybody out there who hates the Corona Bros and feels like, in general, they have been the biggest obstacle to sports returning. And so tonight, we will play, a lot of you are saying 13,000, which frankly is probably as many Miami fans as would have shown up for a game against UAB anyway. We're going to have tonight college football being played in Miami with crowds and the NFL being played in Kansas City with crowds. Oh, the Rona Bros. Oh, the Corona Bros are mad. They are big mad. They are so upset because they have lost a battle that we all fought and won. Now, there's a lot about the way, probably, that the NFL is going to choose to kick off its season that you're not going to like, that I'm not going to like. Encourage you tonight. We'll be live again. I'll be live in about an hour on television on FS1. And then Jason Whitlock and myself are doing a live stream for the beginning of the Kansas City Chiefs game through the first half. You'll be able to come hang out with us live and watch us watch the game together. So pull out your phones. Come hang out with us. We'll all react in real time to how the college football and the NFL seasons are beginning. And so as we roll through, it should be a lot of fun. I cannot wait to hang out with you guys. And I want to say right here, right off the top, all right? Right off the top, if you are interested in gambling, and you live in the states of Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Indiana, Illinois, Iowa, Colorado, or West Virginia, all right, I would encourage you to go to FanDuel.com/Clay. FanDuel.com/Clay. Again, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Indiana, Illinois, Iowa, Colorado, West Virginia. FanDuel.com/Clay, and you get right now 25-1 payout if the Chiefs win tonight. $5 to be able to bet any of those states if you're going to be there. $5 to bet. If the Chiefs win, you get back $125 from FanDuel for new users. Again, FanDuel.com/Clay. Got to go to that website, /Clay, C-L-A-Y. Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Indiana, Illinois, Iowa, Colorado, West Virginia. You basically get a free ride to be able to have some fun here. All right? So I encourage all of you to get out there. They're giving money away to you, giving away $100, and that's the play here. All right? A couple of other things. A lot of optimism in the Big Ten. I'm going to circle back around to Texans-Chiefs here in a minute. But a lot of optimism in the Big Ten that they're going to be able to come back and play in October. I repeat, a lot of optimism in the Big Ten that they are going to be able to come back and play in October. This weekend is going to be key. Lots of moving parts, but you're going to see votes coming in and those votes will be coming in from the presidents and the chancellors to reconsider whether or not they are going to be able to play this year. And I'm telling you right now, it is going to be potentially a death blow to the Corona Bros. The Corona Bros will not recover. If we manage to fight our way back to the Big Ten season, I would then become the default commissioner of the Big Ten because I would have fought and won a battle that nobody thought was possible. Also, in the media, the parents, the players, the Nebraska students who filed the lawsuit, the lawyers representing them, the fans, everybody out there who fought and fought as hard as they possibly could to actually make the Big Ten season happen. All of you would be the biggest winners out there, and it would be an incredible accomplishment that the Corona Bros would never, ever recover from if we were able to bring back the Big Ten from dead and have their season happen this year. It's going to be still a big battle. There's a lot of moving parts going into the weekend, but I believe that there is lots of reason for optimism. Keep the fight alive. There is a very strong chance, I think, of very good news coming in the near future. All right? Couple of other things. Did you listen this morning? I don't know how many of you heard it or went back and listened, but the Attorney General of Ohio came on the show this morning and said if Ohio State doesn't play, then he is going to file a lawsuit against the Big Ten and the other schools that kept them from playing, alleging they broke their contracts and committed tortious interference with existing contracts, and that he would expect for Ohio State to be compensated for not being able to play this season. That's a big story. Most people not covering it. He came on my radio show this morning and talked about it. That is potentially a massive, massive, absolutely huge element that is at play here that almost everybody is not actually considering. And think about how wild this is. I asked him this question. What would happen if Ohio State just said, screw the Big Ten and showed up to play games? What if Nebraska flew in? What if Iowa flew in? What if they just decided to say, we don't even care, we're going to play anyway? It's like a law school hypothetical. Who would stop them? Really pretty fascinating to think about. The wildest thing about this entire fall might be that your boy is the biggest advocate in media for the Big Ten. How many of you ever thought that I would be the biggest advocate for the Big Ten for anything, yet in probably the most significant battle that the Big Ten will fight in any of our lives, the most prominent advocate for them to be able to play is your boy here. So I think we're going to win this battle. I'm optimistic. I think it's an unbelievable comeback story. Like the Patriots coming back from 28-3 down in the Super Bowl. That's about how far down college football was. We have fought our way back. The ACC is kicking off tonight. The SEC is coming. The Big 12 is coming. And I think without you guys and without the power and scope of OutKick, both radio, website, I really think the odds of the college football season happening without us would have been a lot lower. So I don't want to be a hero. I don't want to draw attention to myself. But let's play some football in the Big Ten. And by the way, that's sarcasm. I would love to be a hero. I would love to draw attention to myself. But really, in all honesty, I've tried to do whatever I can to try to make college football actually happen. This is also, to me, an incredibly not partisan story. Did you see the rally in Connecticut supporting high school football? What we are seeing is a lot of people rejecting the idea that extreme partisanship should take over things that have nothing to do with politics. I can't believe that it's considered controversial for me to say it shouldn't matter whether you live in a state with a Republican or Democratic governor as to whether or not your high school kids are able to play sports, football or otherwise. That's crazy. That doesn't make any sense at all, but that's where we are. Democrats are opposed to football being played. Republicans are in favor of it. I think Democrats are putting themselves into an awful spot by agreeing with the Corona Bros. It doesn't make any sense at all. that this would be an arbiter, that whether or not you play football would be a function of politics in any way. But here we are. That's where we have arrived, and I think it's a fundamentally broken system. But I give props to all those people in Connecticut who showed up and fought for their sport to actually be able to play. And this is, I believe, a sign. Connecticut's a blue state. There isn't actually anybody out there. Ryan Day, I'm getting my phone's blowing up, by the way. Ryan Day just put the Big Ten on blast right now. I want to react to this in real time if I can. I've got to get another one of my cell phone devices here to be able to pull this up. This is pretty big deal, I think, that Ryan Day has effectively just put the Big Ten on blast. Breaking news during this show. We got Ryan Day putting the Big Ten on blast. Let me see if I can go in here and find the latest on Ryan Day putting the Big Ten on blast. And I will, let's see if we can get the absolute latest on Twitter. What's the latest news? I wish somebody could actually send me a link because the news probably is not going to pop up yet in the news feed right now. And I need to get on to Twitter and actually see it because I want to be able to react to it in real time and see what the story is here. Let's see. Well, I'm not logged in right now on this. So Ryan Day has put. That's a good idea. Just go to Ryan Day's Twitter. I gotta get help from you guys when news breaks and I don't have my actual phone in front of me. I've got the situation here where I use my phone for Facebook. Here we go. Ryan Day official statement. He just put the Big Ten on blast. I am pulling it up right now. If I can. This is ridiculous. And I read as follows. I can't actually pull it up. Ryan Day is putting the Chiefs on blast. Let me pull it up on my phone here. Facebook, give me a sec. I'm still with you. I believe this will work. But here, what is going on? And so I'm not sure. I don't think it'll allow me to. I'm hamstrung by my inability to actually get out of the system here. But I do have a solution. I have a laptop here. I have a laptop computer here that I believe I can get on and actually read it. This is a sign of the fact that I don't have any burner accounts. I can't actually get on to Twitter to be able to look all this up. So let's get it right here. I want to be able to react to it in real time so that I'm seeing it basically the same time that you guys are. And I give props for Ryan Day actually coming out and firing away. I give him props for actually being able to make a play here. I appreciate some of the things, by the way, again, to reiterate, encourage you to come watch Whitlock and me later today during the Texans and the Chiefs game. I like the Texans, by the way, in this game, plus 10. I think the number is far too high. I think that is actually the biggest and most interesting part of this. The number is too high. I like the over. I also like a play that is interesting. I like both Deshaun Watson and Patrick Mahomes to have incredible days, and both of them to perform at a high level. And so this is, I believe, an important play to start off the NFL season. By the way, I know a lot of you are not big fans of this situation in general, where we're going to have to sit around and wait and see what the protest is going to be, and that it's not going to be ideal to have to sit and wait on it. And I have been told that after week 1, no one in the NFL is going to cover the protest. And I do think that's an interesting part, because we're going to only talk about the protest for the first week. And then after that, I have been told that all of the leagues have agreed that they're not going to be covering what is ordinarily the situation in terms of the protest and everything else. So that, to me, is actually a really interesting component here. Ryan Day, while I understand the Big Ten Conference's decision to postpone the football season because of health and safety considerations, the communication of information from the Big Ten following the decision has been disappointing and often unclear. However, we still have an opportunity to give our young men what they have worked so hard for, a chance to safely compete for a national championship this fall. This is Ryan Day. I couldn't possibly be prouder. I might be about to die of the coronavirus. I'm all of a sudden sneezing. I couldn't possibly be prouder of how this team, our medical personnel, athletic director, and president have stayed together and managed through this incredibly difficult time with so many unanswered questions. The Big Ten Medical Subcommittee has done an excellent job of creating a safe pathway toward returning to play in mid-October. This is the first time I've seen anyone in the Big Ten specifically reference a return in mid-October. I started off the show by telling you that that was likely to be true. These young men and their parents have asked so many questions I don't have an answer to, but the one that hurts the most is, why can these other teams and players play and we can't? Duke is playing Notre Dame and Clemson is playing Wake Forest this weekend. Our players want to know, why can't they play? You know, this is I think, a really strong statement here by Ryan Day. It's also the first time I have seen anybody actually publicly reference what I've been telling you is in play for a while, an October return date. And so this is a big deal. I don't think there's any doubt at all as you study this that the Big Ten is working towards trying to be able to play in October. And that we may have a vote, I tweeted this out, as early next week. And this weekend is going to be massive when it comes to a story that I think everybody should be following. I think you should be following it closely if you're a booster, if you're a fan, if you're a player, if you are a parent, if you're a coach, if you're an athletic director. I think all of you should be putting as much pressure as you possibly can out there. Again, tonight, NFL return. Unfortunately, I think the story is going to be what happens on the field, not as much as what happens before the game. I like the Chiefs to win, but the Texans to cover the 10. I like the over. You get them at 25-1 if you go to FanDuel.com/Clay and you are in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Indiana, Illinois, Iowa, Colorado, or West Virginia. That's FanDuel.com/Clay. We've got a big new deal with FanDuel. Finally, there is a tiger loose in Knoxville, as if it couldn't get any crazier. This is going to be a story that's worth following. A tiger is reportedly on the loose all over the place in Knoxville, and hopefully they're going to be able to catch it. We'll see whether or not Carol Baskin and Joe Exotic are involved. I love when wild animals are loose. I don't want them to hurt anybody, but I love the excitement of at any point a tiger might show up nearby. All right, again, to repeat, I like the Texans to cover the 10. I like the over in this game. Encourage you to go get 25-1 on the Chiefs to win, however, in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Indiana, Illinois, Iowa, Colorado, and West Virginia. 25-1 on the Chiefs. I appreciate all of you. Stay tuned to this Big Ten news. I have a great deal of optimism. Props to Ryan Day, James Franklin, Jim Harbaugh, Scott Frost, all the coaches that have been fighting so far. I think things are moving in their direction. By the way, one positive that it doesn't seem like is going to happen, it doesn't seem like the 346 teams is going to happen in the college basketball tournament. The ACC was floating that. The NCAA shot it down. DBAP, unless you need to SBAP, I appreciate all of you. Thank you for making OutKick so dominant. Jason Whitlock and I will be live with you for the kickoff of the NFL season tonight. Stay tuned. Be ready to hop on with us. And I will be live in about a half hour on FS1 for Fox Bet Live. Kisses. DBAP, unless you need to SBAP. I am Clay Travis, and this has been OutKick the Show.